Here's something peculiar, Ben. Imagine having so much wisdom that rulers travel from around the world to test your knowledge and then losing it all because of poor choices. That's precisely what happened to one of history's most fascinating leaders.
You know what's really interesting about King Solomon's story, Pappy? It's probably the ultimate cautionary tale about how even the wisest person can lose their way.
And what makes it even more compelling is how it starts. This young guy, not even the oldest son, suddenly finds himself chosen to lead one of the most powerful kingdoms of his time. His name literally means peaceful, which turned out to be pretty prophetic.
Well, that's fascinating about the name, especially since his reign marked Israel's most peaceful and prosperous period, right?
Exactly. But let's talk about that incredible moment early in his reign. God appears to him in a dream and basically says, ask for anything you want. I mean, talk about a cosmic blank check. And instead of asking for wealth or power, Solomon asked for wisdom to govern well.
That choice really shows his character at that point. He recognized that leading people required more than just authority, it needed understanding.
And wow, did that wisdom pay off? Remember that famous case with the two women claiming the same baby? He comes up with this brilliant psychological test, threatening to cut the baby in half, knowing the real mother would rather give up her child than see it harmed.
That judgment became legendary, but what's really mind blowing are the numbers associated with his reign: 25 tons of gold annually, 7 years to build the temple, 13 years for his palace. The scale is almost incomprehensible.
Speaking of scale, get this, he wrote 3,000 proverbs and 1,005 songs. His wisdom became so renowned that the Queen of Sheba herself came to test him with riddles and complex questions.
You know what's fascinating about that visit? She arrived skeptical, but left completely amazed, saying, "The half was not told to me." That's quite an endorsement from another powerful monarch.
But here's where the story takes its tragic turn. All this success, all this wisdom starts to work against him. He begins making political alliances through marriages, and we're not talking about a few here and there. We're talking about 700 wives and 300 concubines.
That number is just staggering, and each marriage brought its own political and religious complications.
Exactly. And this is where we see wisdom and action diverge. The same man who built this magnificent temple to God starts building altars to foreign gods. It's like watching someone slowly dismantle everything they built.
So, what you're saying is that even with all his wisdom, he couldn't resist the gradual erosion of his principles?
Precisely. And the consequences were enormous. After his death, the kingdom literally splits in two. Everything he and his father David built just fractures. But here's what's really fascinating: his writings, like Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, show he never lost his understanding of wisdom. He just stopped following it.
That's such a powerful observation about the gap between knowing and doing. His life really demonstrates how wisdom isn't a one time achievement.
And maybe that's why this story still resonates today. We all face these same challenges, maybe not on the same scale, but the basic struggle between knowing what's right and actually doing it. That's universal.
Well, that certainly puts our modern leadership challenges in perspective. It's like a 3,000-year-old case study in how success can lead to complacency.
You know what's really striking? Some of history's most outstanding leaders have fallen into the same trap. They start with incredible promise, achieve remarkable success, and then gradually lose their way. Solomon's story isn't just ancient history, it's a pattern we keep seeing repeated.
That's such an important point about how timeless these lessons really are. The fundamentals of human nature haven't changed much, have they, Pappy?
And that might be the most valuable lesson from Solomon's life, Ben, that wisdom isn't something you achieve once and then possess forever. It's something you have to actively choose to follow every single day, especially when it's most difficult.